Hey everybody, welcome to Musical Reviews with Mr. B, where we review the musical ideas we learned about in our instrument lessons. Today's episode is on using your violin string diagram. You will have received a packet from me way back when in one of your first lessons, and the front page of that packet has this, the violin notes in first position. Lots of good information on that page there. We're going to talk about the 4 different types of information we have on that page and just reviewing how to use that page in case you've lost track of any part of it. Let's take a quick look here. The first area is the open string names. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Then we'll also talk about fingers used, the fingered notes on the fingerboard, where we pinch our fingers down onto the fingerboard, and then finally the notes on the staff down at the bottom. All right, let's move into those open string notes. Up the top in the black rectangle, you've got 4 letters. It tells you that these are the open string notes. That is to say, if we pluck or bow that first string, as long as our instrument is in tune, we will get our low G sound. So that's our low G string. Named the low G string because that's the note it plays with no fingers pressed on our fingerboard. That second string is our D string. So as long as we're tuned correctly, if we pluck or bow the second string, we get the note D. The third is the A string, playing an A. And then finally, that fourth and thinnest string is the high E string. Okay, so those are the open string names, and that's the rectangle, the black rectangle at top, giving you that information. Let's move on to fingers used. Right here next to the word finger there, one finger, you have all the notes that are played in first position with one finger pinched down on the first tape. So those are your first finger notes. Down here are the second finger notes, or 2 finger notes. When we put 2 fingers down on those strings, first finger on the first tape, second finger on the second tape, those are the notes that will be played on each of the strings. And then we have our 3 finger notes. 3 fingers on the G string gives you low C, 3 fingers on the D string gives you G, and so on. Okay, so first finger notes, second finger notes, and third finger notes. Okay, that's fingers used. Next, we have our fingered notes. These are the circular or the ovals with the letters inside. These are the notes that we get when we pinch those first, second, and third fingers down. So in this, we're using it like a graph. For example, if we put 1 finger down on the D string, we're going to get what note? That's right, we're going to get an E. If we pinch 1 finger down on the D string, on that first tape, we will get an E. Likewise, we can continue to use the graph this way. If we put 2 fingers down on the D string, what note do we get? The F sharp. And we could use that pattern with any of the first finger, second finger, or third finger notes, and on any of the strings. By starting with a finger and an open string name and connecting those 2 there in the graph, you can figure out how to play any of those notes on the fingerboard. Okay, and that's just a reminder on how to use the fingered notes. Let's move down, please, to the notes on the staff. Down at the bottom, you see a row of 4 rectangles. In each of the rectangles, there are 4 musical notes. Starting from the left, we have very low notes down under the staff on the ledger lines. And then we go all the way to the right, going higher and higher until we have that high A note up on the ledger line there. This area will help you to recognize the names of the notes in your music if you're having trouble identifying any of them. But it also shows you exactly where every one of those notes is played in first position on your fingerboard. Here's what I mean. All of the notes in this rectangle belong to this string, and there they are. So if you see notes that are down on the first ledger line, C, or under that, B, A, and G, way down there under the staff, you'll know by this document that those notes are played on your low G string. Okay, that's the first box. All the notes in this second box are played on the D string. Okay, that's why the arrow's pointing up to it. So D in the space under the bottom line E, then the first space F sharp, second line G. All of those notes are played on your D string, and you see them listed up there. The third box, these notes are a little higher than those, up on the A string. So A, B, C sharp, and D. Those notes up on the staff are on the A string. And then those highest 4 notes in the last rectangle, those notes are connected to your 4th string, the E string. E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. So that's a quick review on how to use the information that's on your violin notes in first position page. Your open string notes, your fingers, the fingerboard notes, and the notes on the staff. Hopefully that's helpful to you. If you have any other questions, you can watch the video again or email me, and I'll do my best to answer you as quickly as possible. All right, thanks for joining for Musical Reviews with Mr. B. This was using your violin string diagram. And keep looking for more videos to come. Hope to see you again soon.